quitting your job can and will have financial implications to your life almost immediately. But lately, your boss has been ignoring you. And you feel as if your presence is kind of not so welcome. So is it time to quit? Joining us by Zoom is Nastasia Wright, and she's leadership and HR practitioner at Mind Food International. Good morning, Nastasia.
Good morning, Delia. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. I'm doing well. Thank you.
So one of the first things is you have to think about and I think that's the first thing when people think about, am I going to quit? The economic implications. If I leave this job, I'm going to lose money. Is that the
Most
num
definitely.
is that the number one deterrent to people saying this is not working and I have to go?
It's so funny because it's actually a split. Research shows that, for example, for millennials, I'd say we don't think about the money so much. We think about feeling appreciated, adding valuable contribution to our place of employment. But it is up there in the number three reasons why people do leave their jobs. The financial implication is why people stay, and it's also the reason people leave as well.
All right, I have a list. I'm going to go through them. You did say number
Sure.
one is you don't feel valued. When you say you don't feel valued, what do you mean? What exactly are you saying?
Well, in any relationship, in any kind of friendship arrangement, that is something that as human beings, we actually want to experience. We want to feel as though you're happy that I'm there, and you're happy I'm spending the hours and I'm getting feedback. Once an individual starts to feel as though, listen, my work is not worth it, or I'm not being paid much attention and I'm not getting any feedback, what it tells the individual is that they're no longer valued here. It makes no sense that you stay. So actually, while people don't think about it, people actually internalize that to mean that I need to go.
Yeah. Looking at your return on investment. Talk to me about that one.
Yeah, I want to explain that a bit.
Yes.
Now, for when you enter a job, right? When you start a project, there is a curve. Just like you have a learning curve, there's a curve that slopes and it goes upwards. Now, what happens is when you are on the job, when you just start, you're filled with vigor and passion and you want to prove yourself. So you're constantly working hard to get to that peak. Now, what happens is when you lose, interest, maybe it is that, you have changed preference, your interest is gone, you start to experience that downward spiral in the curve. Now, what it means is that there's no longer a strong return on the investment, and that may be the time you want to step away, because what it will mean is that you're no longer providing that quality work as you used to, and that's something you have to be very careful about.
Yeah. Says negative feelings are becoming more common.
Right.
One of the negative feelings
Right.
is not being valued. What are some of the other negative feelings that you may have?
You will find that individuals go to work and they complain more often. They spend more time complaining. They spend more time, boy, saying, boy, my boss gets all the money and I don't get paid that much. And, other people are getting promoted and so on and so forth. What happens with the negative feeling, Delia, is this: they actually expand over time. So if it is not evaluated properly, it gets worse. And what does that cause? It causes you to start not paying attention to the relationships. You start responding to your manager in an angry tone because, of
Mm.
course, you feel upset, or you have a little rift going on
And
with
we're
with
saying
a co.
manager, but this is also relevant to co-workers as well.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. You have people who, there's a famous quote out there that says, people don't leave their jobs. They actually leave the toxic environments and the toxic people inside of that company.
Hmm.
And so it's something that we really have to look at. So these negative feelings actually expand over time and they get worse. Before long, you start coming in late, you don't want to do what you used to do, and again, it starts to affect your brand.
Yeah. And that's when you start asking yourself, is this really all there is to my life.
Exactly.
Coming to work
What I
every day, and it's the same negative feelings and the same negative people. Yeah.
Mm. And then you feel like nothing is happening. There's
Mm,
no movement going on for you.
yeah.
Now, when you start asking yourself this question, right? It just doesn't mean that you are not motivated to come to work. It also has a positive spin because it may be telling you that maybe there's something else that I have interest in that I need to pay attention to.
Yeah.
So maybe I need to try to explore this passion. Maybe I need to go and do a course on public speaking. Maybe I need to go and learn to sing more. And before long, you may find yourself wanting to step away from the 9 to 5. Now, I think this is like the perfect opportunity to explain to individuals that when you have a family, when you have people who depend on you, I do not advise anyone to just get up and leave your job without a proper exit plan. You need an exit strategy because you have bills to pay. You need to be able to cover those obligations before you leave,
Yeah.
before you move on.
Right. And
Yes,
if you're asking yourself if that's all there is, then figure out what is the other thing that you want. We have a
there
couple
you
more to get
go.
through very quickly. Your health is suffering, which it would
You
if
know,
you're
a
in a
lot of people,
toxic environment. Your health would suffer.
exactly. Exactly. And you have a lot of people who would say, boy, I have hypertension or I'm suffering from migraines because I always had them. But the moment these individuals find something else, they move on to another job, they're perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And they don't realize that their job is directly related to their health issues. And so I would say, once you realize that your health is being affected by your environment, then you need to look at your options.
Yeah. And one of that is when it starts to feel like work. Like the alarm goes off and you say, ugh, me I got work. And then you're at
Yes,
work and
yes,
you
yes.
say, the day can't done.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. And it's only 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
Yes. No, the thing about it feeling like work is that it doesn't mean that you don't get discouraged or you don't get tired or sometimes burnt out. The thing is, once you start dreading when Sunday evening comes and it feels as though, oh my word, I really wish I had one more day because I don't want to go in tomorrow. No, that's definitely something that is hinting to you that something is off and you need to look at possibly an exit strategy to do something that you may like in a field that you may enjoy. Um, the truth is, when you are doing something that you enjoy, that you love helping people, you love the position you're in, you love the environment you're in, it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel as though your whole life is just stressed out by being at this particular place. So that's something to look out for as well.
All right, we didn't get to go through all the stuff, Nastasia, but I think the ones we covered were pretty important. Thank you so much for sharing with us this morning. A pleasure talking to you. We'll bring you back so we can
Thank
talk
you
some
so
more
much.
about the other areas.
Awesome.
All right, that's Nastasia
All
Wright,
right.
leadership and HR practitioner at Mind Food International. Still to come, e-learning's Tablet for Teachers program and signs that you are ready to put a ring on it. But first, we head over to the newsroom for News in 5.